Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is. Welcome to another live stream coming to you live from the central coast of California, the wine country. And, well, we kind of, let's see, is this our first time back in a while? I guess it is, huh? Did we do it last week?
Yeah, we did it last week.
Oh, okay. So anyway, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it when you show up because it just makes it so much better. It's no fun to do this to yourself. And so we have this every Thursday at 11 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And if you're able to come on by, we really appreciate it. So make plans every Wednesday to come and join us and bring your questions because this is an interactive show. I'm not just going to sit here and talk. I want to answer questions and talk to you guys and all that stuff. So we've got Wes here working the cameras. Say hi, Wes.
Hey there. Hello. I'm here.
Thanks. Yeah, Wes. And then there's my wife, Gail. She's working the messages here. And so say hi, Gail. She can't. She just types. So anyway, there you have it. So let's see who is here. Mark Larkin Music. Greetings from Northeast. Mark Larkin, yes. Still interested in the ES-165. You know, I thought I had a handle on one, but it disappeared, so I'm still looking for one for you. And when I find it, you'll be the first to know. Patrick Evans, how are you? Here we are coming to you from beautiful uptown Weed. Where is Weed?
I think it's way up in Northern California. Or Oregon, maybe.
It must be. That's where they grow it all, huh?
No,
Dan,
not anymore.
What's that?
I said, not anymore. You can grow it anywhere you want now. It's legal.
Well, that's true. It's growing all over the place. Did you know there's different types that when they grow it, it doesn't, sometimes it smells like a skunk and other ones are smellless. A little inside information. Not that I'd know, but. Dan, how you doing, Dan? Beautiful playing and well, just in time. Please help. First time using flat wounds and low E is too long to have any silk on post. Oh. Yeah, don't worry about it. That silk stuff is just... That's really to keep the string holding together. So don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. So I assume you're using Tomastics, which are okay. To be honest with you, they're not my favorite string, but that's okay. They're very high in the nickel content, so when you get done playing the first time, you look like you've been playing slot machines, back in the olden days for 5 hours. Jim Rolfe. Hi, Jim Rolfe. How you doing there, buddy? Arthur Lefty 54. Hello from Texas. Oh, and from Finland. We have a fellow from Finland. Thank you for joining us. Oh, Anne. Hi, Anne. And by the way, Anne, I listened to one of your songs. I thought it was very nice. One of the, I wasn't able to get back to you right away, and so I apologize for that. But I did listen to one of your tunes, the one in D minor. I forget how it went. But anyway, nice job, Anne. Anne takes a regular lesson from me. Kirby. Hi, Kirby. How you doing, buddy? These are friends of mine, Jim Rolfe, Kirby. We've been me and Jim Rolfe go way back to high school. James McNamara. Hello, James. He's another one of my regular students, and we got to get together soon, I think, huh? About time for another lesson. There's a familiar name, John Bumgardner from the Treasure Coast, Florida. Thank you for joining us. So, Mark Wilkerson, hello, sir. Please explain why you call the alter dominant chord G7 sharp 5 rather than the Berkeley way G7 flat 13. Well, I don't know. I don't know why they call it flat 13. It's the same thing pretty much. Maybe a flat 13 has a ninth in it, so then that would make sense. That would be like this chord. So, excuse me, no, it wouldn't. It would be with a ninth. It would be, what would it be? Oh, it would be this guy. I think, something like that. No, it wouldn't be that either. I don't know. It's the same thing, calling it the same thing. I think it's a little easier to figure it out. I like sharp 5. It's all terminology. There is standard terminology for things, but then there's multiple things, like it's called enharmonics. Like, why do you call a B a C flat sometimes? So why do you call a C sharp, a B sharp? It just happens that way. James is still working on those triads, and that was that's an interesting thing there. Well, we got a full boat this morning. Hi, Rob. Rob Riggs. I'm working on a tube-powered pick. Super clarity and a nice warm tone. Well, Wes showed the tube pickups last week. The pickup with a tube hanging in it. But anyway, let's see, where are we at? Did everybody got their coffee? Let's get into it here. So last week I played a gig. It was really, really fun and a beautiful Thank you, Gail. She brought that in for me. At a beautiful jazz club. I tell you, between LA and Frisco lies the Central California coast. And there's a club called Libretto that has just opened up that has a beautiful 7-foot grand piano. Apparently it came from the LA Philharmonic. And a beautiful, beautiful sounding instrument. And so my group played there last week, and we just had a blast. And we haven't played in a while, and it's kind of funny. It's like you just fall right back in to where you left off. Everybody was just on top of the game. Everybody knew what was going on, and so that was so nice and encouraging.
We posted a video of it yesterday. If you missed it, you can see the piano here.
Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah, there's that big old piano there. And by the way, because I was using these things, the wireless things, I was able to go out into the audience and hear what was going on. And so I could get a good balance and we could adjust things. And that was really helpful. Oh, here's Brad from Palm Springs. Hi, Brad. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate you coming by. Gary Flag, Sunny Buffalo. Have you tried an Epiphone 295 ever? No, but I've always wanted to. Actually, I saw one at a Guitar Center, and I picked it up and played it for a little bit. And I thought, well, this is pretty cool. I couldn't believe the price, and but I didn't buy it. But when you buy things, you know how it is. Sometimes they own you. You don't own them. So now you're kind of locked in. I got to make a commitment to make this work and use it and stuff. So, but I did buy this, you guys. Look at this guitar. This guitar is, and we had one a few weeks ago that was brand new. It's a Artist Aged Eagle Classic. This one is a 2020, and I just got it. The dealer who had it just couldn't move it, I guess, or something, and just wanted to get rid of it. So I took it from his little hands. And I'm going to offer this up to some lucky student. And remember, this is Artist Age, so it's kind of made to look old, but it's not. And Mark Wilkerson, he has one. And so I worked on his. What I did with this is I raised the pickup ring, as always. I don't know if you can see that. I always raise the pickup ring off the top, let that top move a little more. I didn't reverse the pickup ring on it. I felt like I wanted to try it without doing that. And you know what I did do? I took off some of the stuff they put on there to make it look old, because it's just, it was a little too old looking for my taste. So I did that, and it just kind of wipes off with a little polish. So you got to be careful on how you do that. But anyway, the guitar is brand spanking new. I installed the strap button on it. Check out the back here. Again, whoa. It's got lines, in the finish, like it's lacquer cracks and stuff. So they do make it look old, but it's a brand spanking new. It's got the 5-piece neck, 3 pieces of maple, 2 pieces of mahogany. It's got a nice flame. It's got the bridge that I like, the fingered tailpiece, and I've adjusted it the way I like to adjust it. I adjust it so that the fat strings are closer. There's more tension on the fat strings, so they're not so floppy, and then kind of ease up the tension as we move up. I did have to, did I grind them? No? Okay. Comes with beautiful case. Isn't that pretty? If you're interested in this, you give me a call. These are, they only made 5 this year, and 3 of them went overseas. So there was only 2, and we had one of them. And now I was able to get this one from 2020 that has never been played to my knowledge of, anything. So I set it all up, and she is ready to go. Mark says, the Heritage Eagle I bought from Rich is the best sounding jazz archtop I've ever played. I agree, Mark. You know what? These guitars are, well, they used to be underrated. Nobody knew about them so much, but now they've really taken off, and good luck getting one. The thing about the Eagle, this is 3 inches as opposed to 3.5, so it's just a little bit, the depth is not as fat as a L5. I believe it makes it a little more comfortable. Okay, you've got the 17-degree pitch on all Heritage guitars, if you can see that. See how that headstock pitches across? So that's a steeper, adding more pressure on the nut, creating more sustain. When I pick up my L5 and I look at it, I think, wow, that's weird. Because it really hardly has any angle at all. So it's a beautiful sounding instrument. Yeah, so anyway, gets a nice sound.
What song was that?
That was called The Nearness of You. So I have Eagle Classic already and 2 Golden Eagles. And another Golden Eagle is coming on its way here. And it's a all red one.
Oh, wow. Red?
Red Golden Eagle. So
It's a red eagle?
a red eagle. You don't see those too often in the wild.
What's your, the Kenny Burrell one? What is that?
That's a Kenny Burrell.
Is that an eagle?
Well, no, Kenny Burrell has got his own thing. It's like an eagle.
Got it.
But it's like a super eagle, which is which is 18 inches. So anyway, this is a guitar that we're going to be offering up, and that's sweet. Okay, so Eddie Davis. Hi, Eddie Davis. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, he asked, when are you going to be playing in Cambria?
Me?
Yeah, that's what Eddie asked. When are you going to play in Cambria?
I don't know.
And get over there and get a gig. Do you know that place is packed always?
Cambria?
Yeah.
I know. It's a tourist place, man. Yeah.
I know, but
they don't really have any. Oh, I am going to be playing over there. Gail, she knows the date, with Charlie Shoemate. Gary Newmark and from Fresno, Charlie Shoemate on Vibes. By the way, look up Charlie Shoemate on YouTube, okay? Wonderful. Play with George Shearing. I just, on my Spotify, I said, play some jazz music. Alexa, play some jazz. The first song that came up was Lullaby of Birdland with Charlie Shoemate. It's the Styx Hooper album, Across the Pond. Charlie Shoemate on Vibes, Ron Eshtay on guitar. I forget who's playing piano. Luther Hughes on bass. And I thought, holy crap. I didn't know who it was. And I thought, God, that sounds like Charlie. And then I thought, oh, yeah, that's definitely Charlie. And so, anyway, look that up. I got to turn this fan on here. God dang it.
I'm in the same room as you. It's not that bad.
Oh, man. I'm either hot or cold.
You wear those long sleeve shirts all the time.
Well, that's just...
Wear a t-shirt.
Well, my wife beat her t-shirt.
Well, that's a tank top. And no, please don't wear that.
Okay. All right, so I want to show you another guitar. You know what is gone now? I had an X170 Sunburst. Remember I showed it just briefly one time? That's gone. That L4 that I had is gone. Another 170, X170 in blonde is gone. The Eastman dark finish is gone. Boy, I can't believe we become like the Walmart of jazz guitars. And I'll be the greeter.
Rolling back prices.
We're blowing them out. We're blowing them out here. So anyway, I guess, you're lucky if you can find them. That's the hard thing. What do they say? Inventory. Inventory is more important. A friend of mine, Dan, who owned California Vintage, said when he was young, he had a friend that this has got lower output, I think, Wes. He had a friend that owned a pawn shop, and he always used to say, inventory, more important than money. Got to have inventory. That's true. You can't sell what you don't have. Now this is a real special guitar. Got my ears clogged up this morning. I just wrote a song. Did you hear that, Wes? This is a Howard Roberts Gibson Custom. And as you probably saw, it came without a pick guard. It had gassed off and destroyed itself. But gosh, all the chrome is really, really nice on it, even though the pick guard was missing. Maybe it didn't gas off and they just took it off. But what is missing is the little thing that says Howard Roberts there. So you could probably get one made and put your own name on it. Let's see. That's what?
Your fan sucks. Is what?
It blows.
But I like this low rumble is awesome that we get with that fan. I love it. Really helps.
Do you want me to shut it off?
Yes, I really do. Or let's before next week, let's move it so it's not blowing directly into the mic.
All right. Ooh. I don't know why anybody would consider getting a 175 over this. It's beyond me. Even though it's built on the same format, all right, this is a 175 body basically with a hole in it, and it's got parallel bracing. So the Epiphones are like an L4 format, so it's solid. But this is all laminate. But it's got a nice big arch to it, and it's got the pickup as far away from the bridge as you can possibly get it. So that's important. It also, if you can see, can you see under the pickup there? You see how the body, the neck is suspended over the body there. Okay, that allows the top to vibrate a little more. So you got a tone control of treble, and then a mid. Here it takes out the mids. And of course, all these guitars are strung with my set of custom strings. Let me turn that all the way off. Hear the difference? Okay. So this is this is 25.5-inch scale. 175, of course, is 24 3/4. Let's play a song with this tune, with this guitar. How about...
Do you not have a song to play in mind? Because Mark Larkins asked, if you have time, would you please play your version of Breezin'?
Oh, sure. Piece of cake, Breezin'.
Have you heard that TV commercial that uses that?
No, I haven't. What are they advertising?
I don't know. I can't remember what it was. Maybe some prescription drug or something, but it's on like all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I hear it just nonstop. Seems like every day.
All right, this might be a little loud, Wes.
I got it.
Come and get your love. One request that I could actually play. Anyway, that's a great little tune, isn't it? Play Triste. Yeah, I forget. I've learned that song so many times and forget how to play it.
You want to take some questions?
Sure.
Booker T asks, any comments on right-hand nails, real or acrylic shape? I love your light touch and use of amp.
Okay. Well,
Right-hand nails, real or acrylic in shape?
well, part of them are real. These two are real right now, and that's just a plastic one that glue on. Acrylic, I used to have acrylics, but they will ruin your nails. So, and they're a pain in the butt, but they sound good. And so I just went to plastic press-on ones. By the way, if you can find the Lee press-on nails, those work really good and they're easy. But this is just a plastic one that you can put on that has super glue. And I put this on a couple of weeks ago, and it's still on. So it doesn't really ruin your nails so much as the acrylics. And then these have been getting stronger. I haven't been doing much work around the house. Right, Gail? So then, therefore, my nails stay nice. I don't want to mess my nails up. So that's my take on it. I wouldn't get acrylics unless you plan on visiting there every month. And then you end up getting a fungus and all that stuff. You got to really be careful. These are good, but you got to, anytime you put anything on cover your fingernails for any length of time, make sure you dip your finger and even the nail in alcohol. Kill some germs before you do that.
Can we hear, back to that guitar, can we hear something fingerstyle with it?
Sure thing.
And
Like
so I can pull out this overhead mic for a second and you just hear the guitar alone.
Okay. All right. Let's do that. Let's play. All right. Let's do. Are you ready?
Yep.
What? That was Laura. It's got a nice, interesting tone, doesn't it? On the high end, it's a real chimey. Let's see, I can roll that out. Nice sound. Let me play something else.
What is that? What does it sound like acoustically?
Okay. Sounds like this. Or it could be like. Doesn't have a whole lot of sound, but it's. My ear is plugged up, so I don't know. I can't tell. What do you think?
A little bit. Pretty much like every other arch top you got.
Yeah. It's got kind of a throaty acoustic sound. What was I going to play? I was going to play this. Since it's kind of chimey. Ah, crud. How'd that go?
All right.
Okay.
Final thoughts on your guitar there?
On this guitar?
It'd be great. Who's that thing great for?
Well, anybody playing in a small group or big group. It's pretty versatile. I don't think the feedback is much of an issue on this. I could be wrong. If you're using the right amp, you're probably golden. Yeah, I think it's good for any style, you know.
John Bumgarner asks, oval hole versus F holes. Do you notice a difference there?
Yeah, I dropped my pick in it.
That is true. That does happen.
I don't know. It affects the overall sound of the guitar, so it's kind of hard to say. It just, you would think it would put out more sound acoustically, but I really can't tell. I really can't say for sure if it does or not. I guess we could compare it to that or something, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the F hole, I like it. I think it's a good looking guitar, to be honest.
It is pretty unique looking for sure.
Anyway,
So if someone wants to buy it, what do they do?
you email me, Rich at Guitar College, and I'll give you the price. And
rich@guitarcollege.com.
rich@guitarcollege.com.
All right, let's see. What else we got here? I'm looking for more questions.
Okay, I'm going to switch guitars for a second
Great.
because I want to show you this blonde guitar sitting up here. I had gotten this in a while ago, and it's been sitting on my bench, on a hanger right above my bench for a few months now. And, you know, I did want to mention on this guitar, it looks like somebody had tried to pin the bridge down in the wrong spot, and then they moved it. But there's two little things there, little bloopers there. But anyway, it's got its fair share of little nicks and stuff, but there is nothing structurally wrong with it at all. It's got actually the nick factor for a guitar that's from the mid 70s. It's pretty dang good, and for being dark too. So anyway. But so going back to this guitar, and the reason I wanted to show you this is an Elitist Birdland. And the reason I wanted to show it to you is because I've had one of these before when my hand was all jacked up. I bought one of these, and they were actually priced pretty reasonable. Now they're through the roof. You might as well buy they're priced at the price of a Birdland, of what a Birdland by Gibson used to be. Whoops, is this thing on? There. Anyway, so I had it for a while, and I did a lot of videos with it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then I had a student call me and say, "Man, I really want that Birdland. I really want to buy it." So I sold it to him. But the thing about this Birdland, and a lot of Birdlands, you really got to watch it because let me reframe that. On the Gibson Birdlands, through the years, they are so different in sound. I've played some that really sound good and some that really sound terrible. And I don't know why. I don't know why it does. But this guitar, I wanted to just show it because I'm going to modify it. Because I do like the scale length. But you hear the high end on it? It almost sounds like a little kid guitar or something. Hear that sound? So here's the back pickup. I am going to do some work on this. Now this one is stamped a second, and no, it's stamped used. I don't know why. It's stamped used, but my suspicion is that the tailpiece is not correct. The pickguard is not correct. There's some, the foot of this is not correct. So I think that this came off the line. I don't think somebody changed this stuff. I think it came out of the factory the way it was, the way it is now. But then what happened is they changed what they're going to do and make it nicer. And so they decided, I guess, to stamp used on it. So here's what it sounds like. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to show after I make some changes on the sound. See if it made any difference. It's so easy to play. Sorry, it's really an easy guitar to play. So I'm going to do some work on it, and then I don't know when that'll be, but someday we'll come back and revisit this guitar. Anyway, I do like Birdlands, and I was looking desperately for a Birdland, but now they're just through the roof, and it's like crazy stupid. And Brad, you love your 76. You had it worked over and set up for small hands. It works great. For big hands or crippled hands and hurting hands, it works great. You know, after a while, you can't really make those big stretches, you know. But on this, you can. Now, they say it's tight up here, and I agree. But I got no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I almost kind of wish the nut was 5/8, something like that. 10/16, 5/8, which I could cut a smaller nut for it. I mean, if you're going to go small, let's go small, you know? Anyway, so I'm going to work some things on these. Any other questions, Wes?
Yeah. Hey, Mom. Paulo on here is asking for links. Can you get him the links for When I'm 64 and The Entertainer on the website? Can you throw those in the chat for us?
Thank you,
Oh,
Paul.
looks like she's responded. The links are in the description.
Good.
Yeah, but Paulo, I did have a question earlier. What's the nearest option to the thumb sound? I tried a felt pick, but no way.
Yeah. There is no option. I've tried it all, man. I've tried it all. These picks here, which... these tortoiseshell flex picks.
Here we go, this side.
Tortoiseshell flex.
Tortex,
yeah. This pick, I think, is the best pick for a softer, not that pick sound. I think this is probably the best one. So, and this is, I think, 0.08 mil or 1 mil, something like that. It's been rubbed off.
Also, he also had a question. I'm studying some Johnny Smith, and my hand's not feeling well. Any advice for wide inversions?
Yeah, don't play them. Just play part of them. I mean, you can't play it if you're playing with a bass player. Let him play the bass notes. You know, just play the upper partials, all the upper stuff. Don't sweat trying to get all the other notes. You know, don't. If you're playing this chord, you know, you don't need this if you're playing with a bass player. Okay, so you just need that. You know, some of them, you know, you just can't do it. It's hard. A lot easier on this guitar, though, I gotta say. actually am getting another guitar, and I'm not going to say what it is, but it's this scale length soon.
Joe Murray asked, any advice on keeping nails on your right hand?
Don't work on a tractor. Don't work on your car. Keeping them, you know.
Well, what glue do you use? A special glue or something?
No, just super glue. Just, putting those on with a little bit of super glue. It's nice if you can get a super glue with a brush now and brush both sides and stick them on. So anyway, there's that.
And don't stick get your fingers stuck to the table either with the super glue. Not fun.
I hate super glue, man, because in the tubes, you're always messing it up. It drives me nuts.
On that,
that's why those Lee press-on nails, they are amazingly good. They just press on, But if you can, they're hard to find, in ones that you're going to want to wear, unless you want, like a pink one with a couple rhinestones in it or something.
Alexi asked, is there a piezo mic in that Howard Roberts? No, definitely not.
But it almost sounds like there is, isn't it? Isn't that a funny sound? No, this is almost comical sound. On my Elitas, I put on a different pickup. And what was that brand? I forget the name of the brand. But anyway, I put those on. It warmed it up a little bit, but not as much as I had hoped. So I've got another option up my sleeve that I'm going to try. And I'm not going to tell you because it might not work, and then what's the point?
JD John said, Super 400 and Johnny Smith. Your opinion on differences between guitars above 25 inches? On those two guitars.
On the Super 400 and the Johnny Smith?
Yeah.
Well, the Johnny Smith is going to be a little more comfortable to play. The Johnny Smith is just like this. It's 3 inches instead of 3.5. And then it's also got the neck angle is steeper on it. So not the headstock angle, but the angle that the neck is sitting on the body. Therefore, it puts more down pressure on the bridge. So I like Johnny Smith's. The only thing I don't like about him is I don't like the 1 3/4 inch nut width. But you can cut, if you think about it, you can have somebody cut a nut to 1 11/16, right? And you're going to have a little extra room on the side here, but who cares? It's not going to matter. So there's that. You can do that. And I never thought about that because I had that one Johnny Smith. I've had a couple of them. And, so anyway. Now the Super 400 almost sometimes is like a Birdland. It's like some sound really good and some don't sound that good. So I don't know what to say about them other than I think the later years, actually, the custom shop ones, are probably a better guitar. I don't know. But both are great guitars. I think you're going to be happy. But as they always say, if you want a nice Gibson, buy a Heritage. Think about it.
Is it joined at the 20th fret?
On the 20th?
I don't know what you mean there, JD John. Give us a little more.
Is it joined on the 20th? No, if anything, it would be on the 14th or something. Down here.
Patrick Evans. How's it going, Patrick?
Hi, Pat.
Notice Rich will file his nails once in a while. There you go. There's some maintenance there for you, Joe. Joe says plumbing work kills his nails.
Yeah, good reason why not to do it, huh?
Unless you're a plumber and you have to.
Well, unless you're swimming in toilet water. How about you got any news, Wes?
I do, yeah. Mark Larkins, I heard that Gibson named the Birdland after Billy Bird that played for Ernest Tubb and Hank Garland, thus Birdland.
That's correct. And if you watch the movie, it's called Crazy. Not Crazy World or Crazy something with Chris Christopherson, or I forget the guys in it. That's not that one. It's called Crazy. It's about who you just said, Hank Garland. So watch that movie, and they talk about developing that guitar.
So is this Epiphone one of the most comfortable arch tops you've ever tried? I don't get how Mr. Freddie Green could play that Stromberg.
Well, no, this isn't the most comfortable. You kind of adapt. I asked that question to Anthony Wilson once because he was playing a Birdland at a conference I went to. And a friend of mine who we should do an interview with someday is the son of, what's her name? Gail, what is Pete Scaffidi's mother's name? And don't say Mrs. Scafidi. She's a famous guitarist. It's eluding me. Anyway, he had just gotten her L5 completely redone. And so he brought it to show Anthony. And Anthony said, well, let me play it tonight. And I said to Anthony, well, gosh, Anthony, that scale difference is so different. Isn't that going to screw you up? He's like, yeah, I don't care. So, you kind of adjust, So, obviously, and he played great. So, who knows, I know, the older you get, your hands don't stretch out as much, So the shorter scale is rather nice. But you lose something in the mix. You lose something in this string length.
Let's see. Do you want to do news?
I do. Can you do a little news for us, Wes?
All right, but you're not going to want to miss it.
Okay, but start with the stuff I'm going to want to miss because I'll be right back.
I mean, I don't have anything that you're going to want to miss.
I don't want to miss any of it. I'll be right back.
Just hurry up. All right, so I will proceed here as he goes and does whatever he's going to do. Anyway, most of us, you guys, I know, my dad knows, Rick Beato. He has that super popular YouTube channel. He talks a lot about guitars, songwriting. He interviews some big name stars. Well, now he has just partnered with Gibson to create his very own signature guitar. Yep, there it is. Check it out. It's this Pelham Blue double cut Les Paul Special. Apparently, it's a super slim, lightweight, coming in at around 7 pounds. So basically, it's a combination of two of Beato's favorite guitars. And Gibson put out a video about it, so we'll show you a little bit of this. Let's see.
This is my new signature Gibson Les Paul Special double cut. It's based on a combination of two of my favorite guitars. This one, which is my Les Paul Double Cut Special in TV Yellow, and my Pelham Blue Gibson Les Paul Standard. In 19 is all about. This is the guitar that I reach for every morning. It's become my number one, and I hope that you like it as much as I do.
So yeah, there you go. It's sounds okay. It's pretty cool looking for sure. Most of you guys are probably wondering about the price. Well, this thing comes in at $2,000. As soon as this loads up, what is going on here? $2,000. So not out of this world expensive. Here you can hear him play a little bit more on this video right here.
Play and Trade Guitars is giving away this Gibson custom. You just announced this beautiful gift.
Anyway, here it is again.
Play and Trade Guitars is giving.
So yeah, that's what it looks like there. I wish. Oh, here it is. So yeah, $2,000. Got two P90s, volume knobs, two tone knobs, three-way pickup switch, two pneumatic bridge, and a stop bar tailpiece. So one cool thing about this for $2,000 is Gibson's gonna give away all the money that they make off of this Rick Beato guitar. So they're gonna donate all the proceeds that they make off of this guitar to Save the Music Foundation, which helps kids learn how to play music. Apparently Rick is very passionate about Save the Music Foundation, and he says in one of the videos that first and foremost he has always been a music teacher. So there you go. Go check.
Oh, that's very cool, Wes.
Go check out that new Rick Beato Gibson guitar. All right, a new listing on Reverb.com getting a lot of attention. It's an old pedal that has an astronomical price tag. Check this out.
Oh, I remember that. Is that a Roland chorus?
Yeah, so that is a no, that is a Boss Chorus Ensemble Boss CE1 pedal up for grabs for the bargain price of, I don't know why it's showing in pounds, but it's $999,999. So basically $1 million the guy wants for this pedal. So what makes it worth that? He says it was made in 1976. This is said to be the first one off of the line. So the serial number is S000001. And the pedal was super popular, with some people saying that it's... Jeez, man. What are you doing over there? It's besides breaking guitars. The pedal, super popular. People say it changed the world of guitar forever. The listing is pretty funny, too. It says, quote... Hello, are you a super wealthy pedal collector? A member of the Beatles, perhaps? Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk? Tipsy John Mayer? Well, then I've got just the thing for you. To my knowledge, this is the very first Boss CE1, hence the serial number S000001. If you're looking for a grail, something to make literally every guitar player jealous, well, here it is. Now, for a quick history lesson. In 1976, Roland Boss was the first company to make a chorus effect in pedal form. End of lesson. What did we learn? We learned that this unit is not only the first CE1, but also the one true father of all chorus pedals. Let that sink in. The first chorus pedal ever. Ever. Much like Adam in the Garden of Eden, or Dracula, the OG vampire. This thing oozes mojo. Anyway, it goes on and on and on about all this funny stuff.
Boy, that guy's a great copywriter.
Yeah, he's probably, he's selling this for $1 million. He probably got someone to write that for him. Because apparently he says, unfortunately, my mortal fingers on my left hand are not dexterous enough to be worthy of such an item. So anyway, if you got extra $1 million lying around, you can buy that. It'd be great for you. We would love that for you to buy that. Anyway, speaking of pedals, companies dealing with music, whether it's gear or albums or recording or whatever, are always coming up with stupid new gimmicks. One of them...
Stupid.
Yeah, stupid. One of them has figured out to create both. It's an album and a piece of gear. This garage rock band from the Midwest called Brother Oh Brother teamed up with their experimental record label, Romanus Records, to create a vinyl album that is also a guitar pedal. So if you're scratching your head and wondering why they did this, you are not alone, because everyone's kind of wondering why the hell they did this. But their album Skinwalker comes on a record that is about an inch thick and has an input and output on the edges along with control knobs in the middle of it. The album comes as 2 pedals, an overdrive boost, and a delay pedal as well. So here, let's show you this video that they made.
Hey everyone, Chris with Romanus Records here. So excited to show off our newest innovation. We've been working with our good friends at ADD Pedals for a while in secret to come up with this. We've been working on the new Brother Brother Skinwalker LP, and what you're looking at here is the world's first guitar pedal record. Not only that, we actually have 2 different types of pedals. We have this delay, has tons of modulation, as well as this boost. They are playable. They only will play on turntables with vertical angle tracking adjustments, something to lift up the height, because these are definitely the thickest records ever made. However, it's better felt than tell, so let's show you how these work.
Makes me want to get one.
That's a great tone, too. I think you need that tone. That's a... Yeah.
That'd be a nice tune for the song Misty, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So anyway, there you go. Pretty interesting. Yeah, you can do... Here's the delay one. Yeah, there you go.
That's crazy, man.
So anyway, yeah, and then you also heard, like, another kind of dumb thing about it is that you can't really play it on a normal record player unless the record player has like a height adjustment for the needle, which when most record players don't have that. So you have to go out and buy like a special record player.
Yeah, a couple $1,000 turntable.
Yeah. So anyway, these go on sale in 2 days. Get your credit card ready. You'll have to be quick on it too. They're only making apparently they're only making 35 of them. But you can take the record too if you want to just put it on the ground and use it as a stomp pedal. You can probably do that too. So you don't really need, if you wanted to just get a pedal, they would work just fine as a pedal. The record part is kind of
that's interesting.
Anyway, so
it's almost like super vinyl.
Yeah, it's almost, it's pretty weird. And then finally, speaking of records, last week we told you about Julian Lage. His new album comes out tomorrow on all the streaming service. Well, there's another record that just came out that a bunch of Wes Montgomery fans should be excited about. It's a self-titled debut from this band. They're called Tim Fitzgerald's Full House. Fitzgerald's a busy Chicago-based jazz guitarist and a leader, performed with all kinds of players. The new album is a tribute to Wes, and it features, a bunch of Wes's best hits: 4 on 6, Far West, Fried Pies, West Coast blues. This is straight up jazz album. And
idea.
it just
That's nice.
just came out, so and for sure.
Yeah, I like it. You know that smile thing? You know how Wes smiled? If you go back to jazz history, you'll find that if you check out like the drummer for Count Basie and how they all smiled. I mean, that was like, you had to do that. That was because you didn't want to do it. You're bad enough that really there's a, you know, the race thing was into play. So you had to present yourself in such a way that was appealing, and you always smiled. So check out how those people smiled, and that transferred to a lot of artists. Louis Armstrong is probably the biggest smiler of all, right? And then check out Wes. You know, Wes smiles. It was a thing that went down through history, music history. You know, which I find that's very interesting. By the way, that was Mary Osborne I was talking about. Mary Osborne was my friend Pete Scaffidi's, who had the L5. Mary Osborne was a woman guitarist, and if you saw, there's video of her playing with backing up Billie Holiday, and this she actually played I for a brief period with Count Basie and stuff, so she had been around the block a few times.
Nice.
So anyway.
Let's see. JD John said that Johnny Smith, I'm assuming he's talking about, he used to hang out at Johnny's music store in Colorado.
Oh, nice.
And also that his dad was Ray DeWitt, also at the Air Force Falcons, friends also with Johnny. So he knew Johnny growing up, but didn't really realize how cool that was.
Yeah.
Apparently till later.
That's very cool. Very cool. Yeah, so Johnny Smith, really nice guy. I think I told the story before. A friend of mine, when he was a little boy, they were in Colorado. They went to, him and his parents went to Johnny Smith's guitar store, and this little boy wanted a guitar, and so he picked out a Fender Mustang, and his parents didn't exactly shell out the money. They said, okay, well, you can make payments to Mr. Smith. So he did. He made payments, finally paid off the guitar, and Jimmy got in his airplane and flew it out to Texas for him. So that's pretty cool. He's probably looking for any reason to get in that airplane, probably. But anyway, that's how nice he was. Okay. Anything else here?
Yeah, Kirby, what's going on, buddy? He said, can you talk a little bit about blues and jazz and how they work together?
Well, you know, I don't know. You know, they influence each other. Mainly, blues influences jazz more than jazz influences blues, I think. Especially nowadays, you know, it's three-chord city. But the blues progression is like the basis for it both. How it's treated in jazz and how it's treated in blues are a little different. You know, blues, you if you're in the key of F, it's 1, 4, 5. 5 chord, 4 chord. When the jazz starts playing it, they start sticking other tonal centers in there. So it's a little different, you know. So when you got other tonalities flying around the room, you got a lot more different things to play over. So yeah, jazz and blues are deeply connected. You know, there's probably history books on that. That's rough to give a one paragraph answer to what was how they work together. Yeah. So yeah.
Mark Wilkerson said, "Don't forget Art Blakey's smile."
Oh yeah.
Timothy Neufeld, "I'll see you at the library on Tuesday.
Oh, hi, Tim.
Looking forward to Montgomery, to some Montgomery."
Yeah, we're going to do a little salute to to John Wesley Montgomery. So I did this many years ago, and I had some nice things written up about it. I got to find some history that I wanted to talk about, because a lot of people don't know that Wes was a super duper family man. You know, he wasn't one of those cats that got into drugs and all that stuff. So he had, like, I don't know how many kids, 6 or so kids. He had a lot of kids. And, you know, we forget to mention that. He was a family guy. And he didn't like being on the road so much. So, you know, one of the things, too, about Wes is his wife said, hey, you know, if you want to make more money, you've got to play something the kids will like. So that's when he got with doing the covers, and did quite well with the covers. And a lot of people, you know, they poo-poo that. They go like, oh, man, you know, he's sold out. Well, I tell you what. I think I read somebody had said it, and they said it really beautifully, and I'll try to rephrase that. Basically, okay, you go through your life playing jazz and stuff, you know, that really is meant for musicians. And when you say you sell out, well, that's really not the case. What you're doing is, because you did all that, you now have the opportunity to play something that's more diversified. And if it's not selling out, it's cashing in.
That's the truth.
You know, so, and if anybody deserves it, it would have been him, you know. So, you know, because he was already one, you know, John Coltrane asked him to join his band. You know, so he was up there. John Coltrane obviously thought, well, Wes is pretty good. Wouldn't that have been a great band? No, good grief. Anyway.
What's the library?
Oh, in Fresno, they have jazz at the library, and it's once a month. What just popped?
I have no idea.
Probably my ears. And then, anyway, they do some kind of presentation about jazz to keep jazz alive. And so they'll have the music of McCoy Tyner or Chick Corea or something like that. And it's performed and presented by local musicians. Or we've also had out-of-town musicians. We had Frank Potenza come up. We had Colin Bailey come up. Julie Kelly come up. A lot of people have come up to there and made their presentations. It's been really fun. Nice. So anyway, we're going to do a little tribute to West.
All right, that's it.
Is that it?
Yeah. Unless anybody has any last wishes.
Yeah. I want to say, if you're interested in any of these guitars, let me know. I was going to play Fried Pies. I think I've got it in here. Wait a minute. If I can, I don't know about the tempo of it. Yeah, can you raise that up?
Yep.
Oh, start over. too slow.
Fail.
Wes, fail. Fail. You're out of here.
What else you got? What else you got? Fried pies in there?
Well, that was
Oh,
fried
yeah.
pies. You're as bad as me, man. Oh, no.
Good Lord.
Ready? We good?
Yeah. What is this?
I don't want to do that either.
Wow.
That was impressions, but yeah, screw it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like doing anything. I should do something. Should I do something?
Somebody asked for something earlier that I know you could do. It was Bernie's tune.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pick something and play it.
All right. Let's do Bernie's tune then. B-E. Okay.
Hey, you know what? You need to talk about the Quilter back there.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I knew there was a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that's why you need to stick to the rundown, buddy.
Okay, so the other day I get a message, you have a delivery from Quilter, and I forgot that I had ordered two of these. These are the Mach 3, and so they just kind of came. Quilter has been so back-ordered. It's crazy stupid how back-ordered they are. So anyway, but I've got two of these, the Mach 3, and these are really... Oh, okay, you're going to plug that in?
Yeah.
Good. These are fantastic amps. The Mach 3 has just got so many other...
It's not plugged in?
No, it was on. It came on. Plug it in. Takes a minute. It's got two channels, and you can rig it up so many different ways. It's a great versatile amp for like doing casual gigs and stuff, because you can get some like super cool distortion if you need it. It's got tremolo. It's got a wonderful reverb, and then you can switch back and forth between the channels. So within the channels, if you can see that, whoops. Can you see that, Wes? All the different selections of the amp channels. So I like this one here. What do I have it on? I have it on 57. So it's got a limiter. Here's the distortion button. And I played it at the class reunion, and it was really fun. Now that was the 57. Here's the 61, which is like a blonde sound. Here it sounds different. Here's the 65 blackface. Here's like the Vox or something. Marshall maybe. Here's another one, they call it Sweet. That's a nice sound, man. I don't think I've ever used that one. And then this is called Top something. So anyway, it gets not those kind of sounds. And of course you can distort it as much as you want. This also works well as a just on your desk, going direct into and you could turn off the speaker, you see.
Did you ever figure out if it has does it have a USB out?
No, can we look it up real close, quick? You know, you got to have a rock guitar to do this, you know. But it's a 12-inch speaker. But anyway, let's get rid of this distortion, you know. But it can get, I don't know how to describe it other than this. I'm going to attempt this. It can sound, not just because of the way it's it's not a sampled sound like a line 6 or something where they sample an amp. It's electronically doing something in the amp where it can get these tubey sounds without a tube. And so I'm very impressed with it. It's a fun amp.
It weighs 21 pounds.
21 pounds, yeah. It's got a 12-inch speaker.
And it's 200 watts. It doesn't say anything about
USB out.
yeah, it doesn't. But anyway, it has a line out, right? Is that the deal?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's got a wonderful line out. All the Quilters do that, you know. I've had sound guys come up and say, man, that is the cleanest line out I've ever heard in an amp. That was on the Mach 2. Anyway. Yeah, sweet. And, I've got 2 of them. If you want one of them, let me know and I'll get you a price on it. And so it's like, forgot I had them on order, but I got one when they first came out. They sent me one. And then now these 2 showed up. So
that is a 12-inch speaker. People are asking 12-inch speaker there.
yeah, 12 inch. Yeah. I'm gonna add a little bass. We started going direct because of the overhead mic.
I'm gonna cut your mic. Just play.
All right, wait a minute. Let me find a blues on here. Something to play. Okay, so anyway, nice sounding amp, huh? So you got this guitar with that amp, you could rule the world. Okay, well, anyways, what a pleasure having you here, and thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next week, next Thursday at 11 o'clock. Please try to make it, and tell a friend. Please hit the like button and the share button and every little button that pops up.
Nice one.
Yeah, good save. Okay, talk to you later.